2NURFM.com, a broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.
We're joined this morning by University of Newcastle Professor Claire Collins. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning.
Now, this week is a special week, and also you're talking about something that's really now becoming more and more apparent, and that is the quite clear linkage between bowel cancer and diet.
Yes, that's right. Each year in Australia, nearly 14,500 adults are diagnosed with bowel cancer.
Did you say 14,500?
Yeah, it's really common. But what's interesting is that some types of bowel cancer, not all, can actually be prevented or your risk drastically reduced by making some lifestyle changes. And this week is called Be Well Week because a special effort is being made to try and increase women's risk of bowel cancer because there seems to be this perception that it mostly affects men, but about 45% occurs in women.
Okay, so the stats almost even there for women and men. And really, as I mentioned earlier, there is now quite clear evidence that it is about what we're eating, and particularly processed foods and also red meat.
Yes, definitely. But, there are a number of really important other risk factors to acknowledge.
Yes.
And people need to talk to their relatives about it because if you've had previous bowel cancer or there's bowel cancer in your family, you could be in the unlucky group who do have a genetic predisposition, and there are a few nasty conditions that affect young people with bowel cancer.
Just on that though, Claire, if it is hereditary, if you have a family gene predisposition to bowel cancer, is there any suggestion that diet can lower your risk? Or is
Probably not.
No, I wanted to be clear about that.
Yeah,
yes.
so it might give a little bit of help, but for those families, it's actually very much about screening, and really, really important to go and talk to your GP if you've got early bowel cancer in a number of family relatives, because there's a different screening program for people in that group. But being over the age of 50, and if in any of your colonoscopies you've ever had polyps, that's really important. But I want to talk about the bit we can do something about. And, it comes back to dietary patterns. Everybody hears it. Australians need to eat more healthily. But some of the unique things that are in food that can help to lower your risk is fibres, so having lots of whole grains, having vegetarian meals. But the one that people don't know about is the relationship between red meat and processed meat and bowel cancer risk.
The fibre makes sense to me because it's kind of like, this is a rather bizarre picture to paint, but it's like fibre's like an internal toothbrush, isn't it? It kind of keeps things moving and cleans you out. And
absolutely, and there's a whole range of types of fibres. So it's not just about having things like wholemeal and whole grain bread. It's also about having a range of vegetables, and then things like whole grain breakfast cereals. Rolled oats is the cheapest, easiest type of fibre to have, and then of course that big range of fruit and veggies. So for most people, when it comes to vegetables and fruit, it's about doubling the variety you have with your evening meal. But if we come back again, because I think the silent dietary risk factor that people don't realise is actually red meat. So the risk increases for every extra 100 grams of red meat, and that's about the size of the palm of your hand. There's an extra 17% increased risk in bowel cancer. So that's why for our Australian dietary guidelines, we actually have a limit of around 450, so less than half a kilogram of red meat across the whole week.
Okay, so you're not saying don't eat red meat, but
No.
You're saying it needs to be a part of a balanced diet which incorporates things like, I'm guessing, fish and chicken and pulses and lentils and all the other sources of protein.
But what it means is that when you're having red meat, there seems to be no extra risk below around this 450 grams per week. Okay, so what it means is that a piece of red meat the size of your palm of your hand, but if you're one of those people who actually go, nah, it's 1 or 2 hands, then that means having it once a week or only twice a week. But there's another type of meat out there that lots of people have on their lunch, and that's processed meat. And when it comes to processed meat, there's actually no safe amount in terms of bowel cancer risk. So what it means is every time you eat processed meat, you actually have a slightly higher risk for bowel cancer. And I think most people are unaware of it. And I think most people don't realise that processed meat includes your salamis, your chorizos, your Devons, and it even some sausages and even, cabanossi and things like that. So my message is make processed meat a sometimes food have it for a special occasion, but please don't have processed meat on your lunch every single day.
So have it, as part of the footy grand final, or perhaps the occasional thing if you're having friends over and you want to have a little bit beforehand, but don't make it your lunch.
Yeah.
I've got to say, Claire, that I have a child that has a Devon sandwich every day, and you've just made me sit up and go, oh, I think we better rethink that.
Yeah, well, I think have it accidentally. You go out and there's only ham sandwiches, but, poor old cheese has had a bad rap, but cheese is a great alternative to processed meat. When you make a roast, have some leftover cold meat on your sandwich. That's perfectly fine. There's no preservatives added to that. Egg, tuna, baked beans, all of those things that we kind of forget about that make fantastic sandwich fillings.
Might have to bring back the egg and lettuce sandwich. That's yummy. I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, it's a great alternative.
Now, just one thing in closing. This is so serious, Claire, that nutritionists are actually, and some researchers are actually calling for cancer warnings on some foods.
I think that our cancer associations should be allowed to put mandate labels that say this food is known to increase your risk of bowel cancer. I mean, at the moment, we're only allowed to say if something's healthy, and I think that's part of what's contributed to the increase in processed meat intake. You can buy little packets that say it's low fat, low salt, but nobody's thinking about the other thing. Hey, have this only occasionally. High intake increases your risk for bowel cancer. Something to think about.
Food for thought indeed. Professor Claire Collins from the University of Newcastle's Health and Nutrition School. Thank you so much, Claire. You always leave me. I'm really happy, but I'm also now reassessing everything again, and that's a good thing. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
She joins us every few weeks, and it's always such an interesting topic. 2NURFM.